Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. And today we have a comic book haul. Excuse me. My wife recently paid a trip to Canterbury, and while she was there she had a little bit of a charity shop look around, and she found a series of books which was of interest. She WhatsApped me some pictures, and she picks up all these books for me, and we'll go through and I'll show you what got picked up. Okay, so first up from the collection of books that my wife found during her trip to Canterbury recently is Thunderbirds, the Comic Collection, published by Classic Comics Egmont. Not too sure if I've pronounced that correctly. Featuring the original comic artwork from the 1960s and 1970s. That's the spine there, and that's the back cover. There we go. Blast off on a thrilling adventure through Thunderbirds comic history. Discover the iconic comic strips that captured and thrilled the excitement of the cult TV series. With original comic artwork by leading British artists and a fab selection of Thunderbirds cross-sections. Thunderbirds are go. So, as I say, pretty good condition, very nice condition. There is a little bit of a weakness in the spine because of it being a second-hand book, unfortunately, but that comes with the territory of picking something up second-hand. But we'll just have a little flick through and see what the artwork looks like. Printing could possibly be a little bit better, a little bit sharper, but nevertheless, it's great to have a book that reprints some of these classic comic strips of the adventures of Thunderbirds. Looks like we're going to be coming up to one of the cross sections. There we go, of Stately Home of Lady Penelope, and then of course Fab 1. So yes, as I was saying, it could be slightly better, sharper print, I suppose, on the printing of these, but it's only a minor niggle when you get a collection of stories like this with such lovely classic artwork style to them. So yeah, so very enjoyable book. Tracy Island cross section there. So yeah, gonna enjoy looking through that in more detail, in more depth later on, reading some of the strips. Thunderbird 4 there, Thunderbird 3, just skip past there, so we've got all of those in there, which are excellent there. Thunderbird 2 technical data, and the cross section. Oh, just missed that one. Let's just go back quickly. Thunderbird 1. So there we are, and little introduction there, and hopefully we should have a little listing of the stories which are listed in the book. So there we go. So as I say, a little bit weak on the spine, a little bit. Just turn that there, you can just sort of maybe see where the spine is slightly weakened, but other than that, in really good condition, so it was worth picking that up, and I'd like to thank my wife for picking that up for me and lugging that home with the other books that she picked up, which I'll get on to show you as well. So back in a moment. Okay, first of the Marvel omnibuses we have is Thunderbolts, and that is Omnibus Edition Volume 3, which reprints Thunderbolts 1997 series number 64 to 75, issue 100 to 109, Avengers Thunderbolts 1 to 6, New Thunderbolts 1 to 18, and Thunderbolts presents Zemo Born Better 1 to 4. There we go. So quite a lot of stuff there. A little bit of wear to the dust jacket, I'm afraid, but that's what you get. Again, with second-hand books, we'll just take the dust jacket off just to make it a little bit easier, and got a nice cover there, painted cover. We'll just pop that to one side, and there we go. Got the book, and there we go. Nice. Bit of a hefty weight, these omnibus editions, but yeah, a lot of hopefully classic Marvel adventures and action in this. And here we go. So now, back in the day, I did read Thunderbolts, did read the series, although I will admit, not up to this far. I think probably read up to sort of the main run of Kurt Busiek. I think probably up to about issue 20 or 30, something like that. Trying to remember, it's quite a way away since when I read those. So yeah, about the first 30 issues, and then after that I didn't really pick the title up, so getting a trade paperback, well, omnibus edition in this case, of the later series all printed is a bonus, because it's all going to be stuff that I hadn't read at the time, so it's like a nice return to comic book reading. So yeah, so that was the first one, Thunderbolts Omnibus Edition Volume 3. Here we go. I have got a trade paperback of Thunderbolts, which reprints I think about the first 10 issues, and then sort of been meaning to pick up the rest after that, but so getting this was a good bargain. And so yeah, so on to the next one. The next edition we got is the Invincible Iron Man Omnibus Volume 3. Now, anybody who's watched the channel before, regular viewers will remember that a little while ago I actually managed to pick up Omnibus Edition 1 and 2. I'll put up a picture of the video that they appear in, so if you want to go back and have a look at numbers 1 and 2, you can go and have a little look at those. This is in really good condition. This was great. A little bit of wear on the dust jacket again, but of course, being a second-hand book, you're going to sort of expect to get a little bit of that. This reprints Iron Man number 26 to number 67 and Daredevil number 73. So we'll just take the dust jacket off there. There's the front. That's there we go. So I'll just pop that to one side over there for the moment, and we will just have a quick flick through some of the artwork that we got here, and some classic Iron Man stories. We're gonna really appreciate rereading these. I have read some of these. I had some of the actual issues from this time period back in the day when I was collecting single issue comics on a regular basis as a teen. So I did have a few of these. Long since sold or traded for other things, so to get them back again and all the issues around them in the omnibus editions is really good. Again, I thank my wife for picking these up. She found them in the charity shop, WhatsApped me some pictures of them and said, "Oh, am I interested in these?" And it was a case of if the condition's right, particularly this one, because she remembered I had picked up from the same charity shop Iron Man number 1 and 2. So she knew I'd be definitely interested in getting this one. And the gentleman in the shop did do a set price for all 3, so that was really, really nice of him. So got some fabulous issues there, so really going to look forward to reading through that. I say a little bit aware, but you expect to get that with a second-hand book, but otherwise in really good condition, and a nice addition to my comic collection and omnibus editions. Okay, so on to the final one that my wife managed to pick up. And lastly, we have Black Panther by Christopher Priest, omnibus edition number 1. Here we go, and that's the back. This one's dust jacket is probably the in the sort of worst condition, but it's still in good condition for a second-hand book. I suppose with these omnibus editions, they're not always the best things to keep in good condition because of their size. They do make them sort of a little bit impractical to try and read and stuff for some people. This collects Black Panther 1998, 1 to 33. Deadpool 1997 44, and material from Marvel Double Shot number 2. I think there is a little bit of damage to the book about here where it's been caught, but again, it's a second-hand book, so occasionally you will get them, but considering how much these books are to get new, it's great to find them out in the wild in charity shops and be able to find them at a price that's a little bit more affordable. Nice purple design on the cover, and the artwork continues on the back. And we'll start from reverse. So you'll probably, I don't know if you can see it on there, but there is a little bit of damage up to the top there. There we go, you can sort of see the damage there. The final sort of 10 pages has that bit of damage to it. Obviously been caught or dropped at some point, again probably because of the nature of the omnibus editions being so heavy, but the rest of the book is in very good condition. Oh, went a bit too quick there, but the rest of the book is in very good condition. Haven't read this series of Black Panther. Obviously I've read the older stuff from the sort of 70s when I was collecting, but haven't ever read this series, so this will be a completely new read for me, even though I was still sort of reasonably collecting comics back in 1998 when I think this came out on the dust jacket. It was 1998, yeah. It was a series that I didn't collect at all, so it'll be a new discovery for me, a new read. So yeah, so really happy to get hold of that. So and so that was the last one of those. As I say, all 4 of those books my wife picked up for me in Canterbury in one of the charity shops there when she went to do a little bit of Christmas shopping, and discovered lots of lovely Marvel. Okay, so that was the collection of comic books, comic book related editions that my wife found for me whilst out doing her Christmas shopping in Canterbury recently. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed looking at the charity shop haul that she got me. Please like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below what you think of these editions, what you think of the comics themselves, the stories, the artwork, and I'll be happy to read your comments and thoughts. So yes, please like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know next time I post another video. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching, and a Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you very much. Bye bye.